Okay, clase, buen día. Just here again to give you a little step-by-step instruction on your guía de actividades for Módulo 4, which will be capítulo 9. Okay, so I'll jump to the textbook in a minute, but first we wanted to go through the modules. Lo siento. So as usual, we'll be down here in Módulo 4. Everything's the same as in previous ones. I just wanted to bring your attention to the fact that with this Módulo 4, we will be starting our presentación oral número 2. And so it will be similar to presentación oral número 1. The script for your presentación will be diario 3. Okay, and so you can use that as your guide for what you will present here. You're just sharing your experiencia memorable or inolvidable. Try and do it without reading word for word. You can use notes and things like that. Please use fotos or other things that you might have talked about in your diario. Okay, just like in the first presentación oral, there are 3 separate dates. One date for when you will upload your first video, a different date for when you will need to pose questions to your compañeros de clase, and then finally one where you will be expected to answer all the questions that were asked of you. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions on that. All right, let's jump to the chapter. We said we're in Módulo 4, Capítulo 9. This chapter is pretty straightforward. We're going to be starting off by learning about noticias, the news in el mundo hispano. So take the opportunity to, one of the best ways to learn things in Spanish is by following news. Since we know what happens in English, you can also find the same things in Spanish. Vocabulary words. There's a page here on page 2 which has a table with links to these are diarios, newspapers, electronic newspapers in different countries, including the United States in Espanol. Okay, so have fun exploring with those. Hopefully you can get hooked on it and do it on a regular basis. Okay, so in this chapter we're going to use the preterite to report on different things that happen in the news. Again, activities are straightforward. Remember that if it asks for dialogues, as in chapters in the past, please do both sides of the dialogue. Okay. This is a pretty fun activity, learning about how the ancient, the old Imperio de los Incas, Incan Empire, how they communicated amongst themselves. So enjoy that. There's an activity here that could be one of your 3 C's, building your own quipu, which is the message that they used, and you can follow the instructions there. Okay. We'll also be learning a new tense with the future tense. We already did one future tense, which is just the verb ir a, voy a, vamos a, vas a, all of that. But there is an actual formal futuro, so this will just help us be able to recognize it more. As usual, there are helpful videos linked there. You can also search for your own on YouTube and other places. Okay. The 2 muestra lo que sabes sections of the course. Again, with audio, please make sure you're using Google Chrome or Firefox. We're going to be learning another verb tense. So we learn the future tense. We'll also be talking about the condicional. Very similar, talking about things you would do, like would like to, I would do this, I would do that, with its videos there. Again, pretty straightforward. Pay particular attention to this part with the use of this tense, the conditional tense with the verb gustar. Me gustaría, te gustaría. That's would you like to do this? Would you like to do that? Sí, me gustaría or no me gustaría. Okay. And the other mini quiz, the section on Cultura, Música de los Andes, since we talked about the Incan Empire, this leads us to that. This, if you do this activity, you can use it in one of the modules on 3C's activities. So enjoy listening to that music if you haven't heard it before. Okay. And finally, the lists of 3C's. Again, these are for módulos 6 y 7, so you can check those out. Remember, the can-do statements don't count as 3C's activities. So that's it. Pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, please make sure and let me know. Otherwise, hasta luego.